Oh, God, it's so good. Oh, boy, delicious. So good. It tastes good. It's so good. It's unbelievable. It's so good.
Oh, God.
So good. Look at this. So good and tasty. It makes my mouth so yummy. So good. I do that at home all the time with my mom and my dad. Skip make folks, my jello's falling down.
Hey freaks, it's Thursday, May 31st, 2018, coming up on the program today. When musical acts start grunting and squealing, plus liquefied sauerkraut gives you the shits and possibly a stroke, roach babies in your ear, and death to homos. All this with your voicemails today on DV.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
The most wonderful thing about me, I'm warm and sensitive.
Yeah, Tim Henson back here with you for the Thursday podcast. This, of course, is Distorted View Daily. Got a good one for you. Longtime freaks know I'm obsessed with musicians, and really, it's a jealousy thing. I have absolutely no musical skills or abilities whatsoever.
And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind how I've put down these words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world.
No amount of computer vocal processing could help that out. I literally sounded like a robot there. It's funny, if you listen to the full song, I totally fucked up. The instrumental track starts off, as loud as me. Like, I'm really trying to cover up my voice as much as possible. But I hit a button where it faded out. The instrumental throughout the song, it gets quieter and quieter until you're just left with my voice, which is the last thing anyone wants to hear. This is how the song starts. I recorded this many years ago on the show for something. We were probably talking about Elton John.
It's a little bit funny.
Right? Now, here's like the halfway mark in the song.
You see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue.
Right? That is too much Tim. And then we're left with this. This is the very end of the song.
I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down these words.
Well, if you're new to the program, this perfectly illustrates how I am a horrible singer. Unfortunately, if you're a longtime listener, you've probably heard this a few times. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind! Oh, I've tried to learn instruments, and despite having no talent, I sing a lot on this podcast. I have insane respect for anyone who can sing well, and for those who can write songs. Or, put together arrangements and things. It always baffles me when I'm listening to a song on the radio, and, it's like a straightforward song, and then all of a sudden, there's like a weird sound, or like the artist throws their voice. I'm just like, how did you possibly come up with this? I told you guys that for some reason I've had this Annie Lennox song from the 90s stuck in my head, No More I Love Yous. Right at the very start, she's messing around, not using words. Dabba-dabba-doo, bop-bop, woo! Like, just making weird gibberish noises. Just like, how did you come up with that? Maybe she's just heard the music and was like, I need to say something here, but I have no lyrics, so I'll just go ba-ba-dee-bee-dee-bop-bop. So the rest of the song, Annie Lennox has a great voice. Right? She can sing. Someone should give her a shot. It's like I've discovered Annie Lennox or something. Tim Henson, talent scout. I pick musical artists that are already like platinum sellers. No one takes my recommendations for music seriously after it was revealed that my favorite artist of all time is Dishwalla. God damn it. Anyway, the reason why I bring this up is, the song, she's got a great voice singing the song, but then at the end, she does this weird thing where she's like, she starts singing like this. I'm crazy. And it's the weirdest choice. Listen.
Changes are shifting outside the world.
So far, so good.
Really crazy. And we will only come. And you know what, Mommy?
It's like she's got multiple personality disorder. You're like, there's a little 7-year-old girl that lives inside me. And I must be crazy. There's like maniacal laughing in the background. If you're writing a song, how the fuck do you come up with that? Like, how does that pop in your noggin? Is there a musical term for that where you just go fucking bonkers in the middle? There's that song by The Cure, Friday I'm in Love, right? Classic song. I'm sure we've all heard it. Probably know exactly what song I'm talking about just by listening to the first few seconds of the intro here. It's kind of a baffling Cure song for a variety of reasons. One, it doesn't make you want to blow your brains out. It's kind of happy and upbeat, right?
One day you can hold your hand.
You all know this song, right? It's a normal song. He's singing it like a fucking human being. But then, again, towards the end, I don't know if he ran out of lyrics or ran out of ideas what to do with the song, arrangement-wise.
Thursday doesn't even start, it's Friday, I'm in love.
It's like he has Tourette's. Friday, I'm in love. Woo! Like, how could you come up with that? I mean, that's some fucking creativity right there. Of course, the example that I always go to, and we've talked about a couple times on the show, many years ago, I brought up Metallica, the memory remains. I was convinced this was a fucking midget singing this song. It sounds like an old member of the Lollipop Guild or an Oompa Loompa or something. And, this goes on for over a minute. 3:26 where this starts. The song ends at 4:39. What's great is, the instrumental fades out, and then you're just left with this creepy old bitch. There's a whole thing going on here.
Say yes.
Say it.
At least say hello.
You don't have to call into the voicemail line or email me. Yes, I know it's Marianne Faithfull. It's not a midget. By the way, this is Marianne Faithfull from 1964.
It is the evening of the day.
Time is a cruel fucking mistress. We go from that beautiful voice. It's like a lifetime of smoking Winstons. Give me an ashtray. Can you guys think of any other songs where in the middle something weird like that happens? They either throw their voice, they make sounds. Because I want to start a podcast called That Ain't Singing with Tim. And every week we just, pick a song where something weird like that happens. Oh, speaking of music, one of Lord Douche's coworkers told me this great thing. There's a series of outtakes from that 80s, super group song, We Are the World. Remember where they got, all the artists together to save Africa or end AIDS or help farmers? I can't remember exactly what We Are the World is for. I know it's definitely either Africa, AIDS, or farmers. One of the three. Doesn't matter. You know the song, right? We are the world. We are the children. And everyone was there, right? Michael Jackson, the biggest musical artist at the time, was there. Cyndi Lauper. Dan Aykroyd. What? Yeah, he had those Blues Brother characters. But I mean, Paul Simon, Billy Joel, Kenny Loggins, Smokey Robinson, Bette Midler, Bob Dylan. Everyone was there. The website Vulture did a breakdown. They did a ranking of the worst to best singers who participated in We Are the World. Huey Lewis ranked number 9. But again, there were 37 people. So number 9's pretty good, right? Cyndi Lauper ranked number 3. I was always unsure if Cyndi Lauper could even really sing because, she kind of got that speech impediment or that weird way of talking. Anyway, so there's this outtake of Michael Jackson, right? Huey Lewis, sans the news, Cyndi Lauper, and I'm thinking this is Kim Carnes. You probably don't recognize that name. I don't blame you. She's not really the focus of this outtake. Huey Lewis and Cyndi Lauper seem to me to be the fuck-ups of this entire group. This outtake is 8 minutes of those two trying to get their goddamn lines right. Now, at the beginning, you're going to hear poor Michael Jackson, who has to just repeatedly sing his stupid piece over and over. Nailed it, right? Michael, you're golden. Here comes Huey.
But if you just believe, there's no way we can fall.
But let us realize, that change will only come when we stand together as one.
All right. Now, to me, that sounds fine, right? But not to the producers. I think they have something against Huey Lewis. Probably because he dragged the news along with him. Why is the news... Yeah, that's his band, the Huey Lewis and the News. Part of We Are the World. Everyone's clapping. They're like, wow, we just need another take of that. You need to go... I think that the issue is they needed to go higher up. Actually, the first issue is the producer wants Huey, Dewey and Louie, Huey, Cyndi, and Kim Carnes to all end together, all sing together. Stand together as one. Right, that makes sense, right? Sing all that together, okay.
Stand together as one.
Michael Jackson's trying to help them. You're not going high enough. Stand together as one.
Stand together as one.
Up here. Huey Lewis is down here.
Together as one. Is that what you're singing? That's what you're singing?
That's what they're singing, but they shouldn't be. Oh, that sounds awful.
Together as one.
You want me to go?
Stand together as one.
Together as one. When we stand together as one.
Huey can't get up as high as the two broads, which is going to cause a problem for the next 8 minutes. Michael Jackson is just staring these assholes down. It's a very subtle thing, and I will provide a link on the show notes today. So, here we go again. Michael's going to sing his part.
We're down and out, but there seems no hope at all.
Go, Huey. His mic isn't even on.
There's no way we can fall.
And that one's not his fault.
Well, but let us realize, that a change will only come when we stand together as one.
No, that is not it.
My fault, I didn't go down. I was a bit out of tune and I didn't go down.
Can I go up?
Put the bridge on.
The bridge again. It's the bridge people. The bridge people.
Take 3.
When you're down and out, there seems no hope at all.
But if you just believe, there's nowhere we can fall.
Wah, 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 la,
Why does she do that wah 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 thing?
to realize.
Like, who told her to do that? That's very specific.
Oh, the change will only come.
I'd be like, Cindy, why don't we do a version without the wah wah wah?
We
See how
stand
that
together as one.
At that point, Michael Jackson is out. He's like, you got me, right? You got me on tape 20 times. Now he's just standing in the corner with his arms crossed, watching these 3 assholes try to get their part down.
We stand together as one.
Good, whatever, cut, print.
We had a lot of bracelets.
Oh, is that? Oh, my earrings. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm loaded.
Yeah, she's got so much jangly, jangly jewelry on. They can hear it through all the music and everything. This really is the B team. So they try again. Huey Lewis is still not up there. Everyone's like lifting up their thumbs, like higher, go higher.
It's still on there.
What do you say?
Huey's like, what are you saying? I don't understand what the thumbs up mean. Did I do good? No, you did not do good.
Harmonic things happening when she sings. It almost sounds like conversation. It's amazing.
Yeah, everyone's doing great except you, Huey. Eventually, and I don't know if Lionel Richie was like a producer on this thing or what, but he's totally involved in getting these guys to sing right.
But if you just believe, there's nowhere we can fall.
I believe this is the take they used.
Let us realize, oh, that a change can only come.
Maybe not.
When we
Stand together as one.
Look, that's the best you're going to get out of them. Again, I will provide a link on the show notes today so you can watch the whole thing should you want to. Hey, finally, before we get into the news, recently on the program we talked about Jilly Juice. This is some sort of concoction, a drink that a woman came up with, and it's supposed to cure all of your ailments, right? Cancer, check, right? It will grow back limbs. This is what the woman who created this drink said. It'll grow back body parts, right? It's a miracle. Dr. Phil recently talked about Jilly Juice on his May 22nd episode, and I've got some audio here. Dr. Phil is disgusted by this. She should have went on Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz might have endorsed this, started selling it.
Which she claims can possibly reverse any disease and make you potentially regrow missing limbs. Yes, I said regrow missing limbs, regrow organs. Sounds impossible, right? Well, Karen and Mickey would agree. They tried Jilly Juice, but claim it gave them violent diarrhea, even caused both to suffer some form of minor stroke. But Jillian
not laughing now. We all laughed at, when shit was flying out of their asshole.
says these critics are just haters and fearmongers. Take a look.
I absolutely believe that my protocol can reverse the aging process. You can regrow limbs. You can reverse autism. You can regenerate organs. You could potentially reverse homosexuality.
What? What? Dr. Phil didn't mention anything about that. This stuff really does flush everything out of your asshole, including those tiny, pesky little gay microbes, those fagbiotics in your gut. That queer flora that's just floating around there. All right, so in addition to growing back limbs, it can turn you straight.
If you take my Jilly Juice, you can live to be 400. Jilly Juice is
This is like a middle-aged Asian woman, and I don't want to make gay stereotypes here because I'm not racist. But I think some people might be bamboozled by this woman because she's Asian. Ancient Chinese secret. Some idiots actually believe Chinese people are mystical. They've got all the answers. They shun Western medicine, and instead, they head right towards the potions and herbs and bamboo shoots and bullshit. Like I said, I'm not racist. My music beds, on the other hand, those are very problematic. All right. Enough. Let's listen to Jill describe her Jilly Juice.
Fermented, purple and green, cabbage, water, and salt. So this is going to purge out everything. When you're detoxing and doing my protocol, you're going to be expelling all those parasites, and it's not going to be pretty. You're finally going to give your body the nutrition it's been missing. When you break down the cabbage and the water, the minerals and the salts, your body's able to absorb it immediately. Jilly Juice is a way to have access.
I'm trying to figure out what would cause you to have a stroke in her concoction.
To heal your body 100%. It is not a dangerous.
Also, what makes it pink?
Drink that is harming people. It's healthy to eat lots of salt, but it has to be the right kind.
Oh, she loads this fucking shit up with salt.
Kind of salt. The critics were furious that I was recommending my juice for babies. I would give my baby my juice along with coconut oil. There are no.
Unfortunately, my baby died 5 years ago.
Side effects taking Jilly Juice. You'll be pooping out large spongy stuff. I feel poop coming on.
That spongy stuff is your intestine or an organ or something.
As parasites. People actually can feel the parasites moving in their body. Someone that may cut their finger could definitely regrow their finger back, because why wouldn't cells regrow? Because your body is designed to have 5 digits.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain how your juice makes that happen. It's like saying, I was born with 2 legs, so if I lose one, if I cut an entire leg off, it should grow back because, I'm supposed to have 2 legs. I was born with 2 legs. I deserve 2 legs. And through the power of salt, I will regrow my leg.
Okay, Jillian. Wow.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, this would be like the biggest breakthrough in health management in the history of mankind.
I'm not going to sit here and play all of her bullshit, but she basically says, my drink is liquefied sauerkraut, with a fuck ton of more salt. Then, after Dr. Phil talks to her a little bit, they actually invite people onto the stage who have tried Jilly Juice or are currently using Jilly Juice.
I started the protocol on June 30th of 2017.
And did your body have a big reaction to it when you started?
Oh, definitely.
Did you have these waterfalls?
Oh, definitely.
It gives you diarrhea.
It's not diarrhea.
It's violent.
Not diarrhea. It's called waterfalls because it's different context, different intention, and different outcome.
Okay, explosive diarrhea.
That guy is not a fan of hers. She says that, or he says that she is preying on weak-minded people.
Okay.
But it's not diarrhea.
It's not diarrhea. It's watery shit, but it's like the bad stuff in your body.
Say that it's different because they don't lose electrolytes.
No, you don't. Because you're actually, the reason why you're having the waterfalls is because you're reinforcing your immune system to purge out what doesn't belong.
Well, you don't know that. That's just something you say. No, you don't know that. That's just something you say. You have no training. You have no basis to say that.
See the
and when
reversal.
you say that you have diarrhea without losing electrolytes, that's just ridiculous.
Okay, that's
This is absolutely ridiculous. No, it's not my opinion.
Ah, drink a bottle of Gatorade and shut your mouth, Dr. Phil.
That's scientific fact.
The doctor.
That's just ridiculous.
Right, we're different. We're different.
No, we're not different. No, we're
Earlier on in the episode, Dr. Phil asked her about her training. She's not a doctor, of course. He said, well, how do you, what is your training? What is your education? She said that she read some stuff on the internet.
No, we're not different. No, we're not different. I'm right and you're wrong. That's
we get it. We're on your show. Okay, I get it.
No, you don't. You have diarrhea. You lose electrolytes.
That's based on
you
the
get
doctor.
dehydrated.
That's on the doctor's scale. I'm not working from the doctor intention of keeping you
I
sick.
got my degree from 4chan.
How exactly is violently peeing out your butt supposed to help your immune system?
Oh, I think we've figured out today's episode title, Violently Peeing Out Your Butt.
Because your immune system is working because of that.
Either. I have a question. Have you tried it?
No.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, no. No,
there you
thank
go.
you.
That's the answer. You're not going to
Okay,
know unless
Angie,
you try
let me
it.
ask you something. Do you believe that if you had an arm cut off, you could drink this and it would just grow back?
I do. But we haven't seen that happen. But
No,
I
I'm just asking you. Do you believe her claims that it can regenerate a limb? Do you believe that?
There is a possibility. I believe in that.
No,
There
there's
is a
not.
You're giving this to your children?
Yes.
Oh, no.
And you have how many children?
I have 4 total.
How old?
They are 12, 6,
And the last one would have turned 14 this year. Rest in peace.
4, and 2.
Are you,
And you give it to all your children?
Yeah, I do.
Uh-huh.
The
And how much are they
2-year-old?
drinking?
They're only drinking 15 milligrams a week.
Mm-hmm. And are they having waterfalls?
No, they don't.
So you're not giving them enough that it...
Exactly.
Look, we all have fucking more than 2 brain cells in our head. We know this is, bullshit. But I did want to play one more clip. These are 2 women who tried Jilly Juice, and it almost killed them.
Jillian targets the sick and the weak. She goes after people who are desperate for a cure.
I originally started doing the Jilly Juice in order to do a proper detox.
That's like the one thing I think Jilly Juice might be good for. Like, if you want to shit your brains out, by all means, swig a glass of Jilly Juice.
And whatever Jillian was saying made a lot of sense. How harmful could cabbage juice be?
My experience with Jilly Juice was horrible. It tasted like swamp water.
I've always called it sewer water. The more I took of it, the longer I would be in the bathroom.
I had nothing but trouble. My kidneys hurt, my pancreas hurt. I had a headache that I could not get rid of.
Pain, cramps, it felt like there was a spike in my head.
My blood pressure was so high, my face was drooping, I was slurring my words, I wasn't going to have a stroke.
But I kept drinking that Jilly Juice, working the system.
For Jilly.
My hand was numb. It was tingling. The fingers, I couldn't pry them apart. They were stuck together. I talked to the doctor.
Like, all of these are red flags. Like, why would you continue drinking Jilly Juice? It's going to get worse before it gets better.
And he says, I think we need an MRI. They were able to definitively see the fact that there were 2 strokes. When I went to my cardiologist, he was the one that said, yes, dehydration happens with that much salt. When I did finally talk to Jillian, I was just trying to warn her, you really need to make sure you protect yourself.
Wow, this woman is a total sucker. Like, she almost died, almost had a stroke, and the one thing she says to the woman who almost killed her was, you should protect yourself. Something bad might happen. I'm just giving you a heads up here. I'm trying to be a friend.
Her reaction was, well, you don't have to worry about that. I've got plenty of lawyers. And she says, you were supposed to keep drinking the juice. That was just a symptom. You didn't die. I said, no, I didn't die. Am I supposed to die to prove your theory?
My juice can resurrect the dead. You know that. All right, there's Jilly Juice for you. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist of the fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow? That is our member site. Become a true and honorable freak today, and when you do, you get full access to the entire archive of programs. I've been doing this thing daily since 2004, so there are thousands of shows in the archives. More importantly, every week we do exclusive shows. Yesterday, we did a full-length exclusive program. Tomorrow, we're going to end the week with another Sideshow exclusive program. Great time to sign up, superfreaksideshow.com. When you do, you get a username and password and a special RSS feed. Yeah, you plop that information into your, Apple Podcast app or whatever. It'll ask for your username and password, and boom, you'll get all the free shows, all the exclusive content. It's a pretty good deal. $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. Again, superfreaksideshow.com. Okay, 3 quick stories, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up, I got this one sent to me a few times, so thank you, freaks. Matt Powell is a young Christian preacher with a little over 350 YouTube subscribers. Look, he's just trying to build his brand. Earlier this month, Powell appeared on a webcast with atheist YouTuber Skylar Fiction, where the two got into a discussion about the harm that Christianity promotes, such as anti-homosexuality. Powell wasn't shy about sharing his views on how gay people should be dealt with. Uh-oh. Instead of reading you his quotes, let me just play you some audio.
And the morals that our country are founded on. And as far as homosexuality goes, I believe the Bible puts a death penalty on it. I believe it's disgusting.
That's true.
And incidentally,
if you've never participated in gay sex, you don't know. It is, it's not pretty. Especially man-on-man gay sex. There's just a lot of smells and hair and sweat and questionable other things happening.
Scientific test is
I mean, it feels amazing. Nothing feels better than ass-pumping gay sex, but you got to deal with a lot of bullshit.
Back and said that homosexuals are 50 more times likely to get AIDS. So, we got this AIDS thing spreading.
It sounds like he's just been made aware of AIDS. Like, this isn't 1983. We got this AIDS thing happening now? That's spreading? I take a no pain, no gain approach to gay sex. The riskier the sex, the better it feels. Take it from me, kids. Get your asshole bleeding before you take a big fat raw dick up your hole.
And AIDS.gov, CDC.gov. Get on there. It's a fact, that this is the case. And so, but incidentally, God's word just happened to get it right before this all came out. So that's kind of where I'm coming from.
In his defense, there are a lot of Bible passages about bathhouses. I would continue on with this news story. The problem is the news story is pretty much just quotes from this guy. I can just play you the rest of the interview. The audio is way more entertaining than anything I'd read.
Believe that gay people should be stoned to death, do you?
Well, I believe the Bible puts a death penalty on it. Obviously not by me or by anybody, in our regular society. Obviously, I believe it's the government's job to execute criminals. And, I believe that the Bible says clearly that homosexuality is a criminal crime. It's a crime. It's one of the worst crimes ever.
I'm going to jump in here and just offer a solution that I think might appeal to both sides. Just have the gays drink some chili juice. Either they'll cure themselves of their homosexuality, or they'll have a stroke and die. We don't have to get the government involved or nothing.
I mean, it's good that we're not a theocracy, right? Because we're not a theocracy in this country, so you don't believe our government should be able to dictate that we stone gay. Is that what you're advocating for? Is that our government should stone gays to death?
I don't. By whatever means they execute people, and obviously I believe in humane. Putting to death.
I think that's a contradiction. What you're saying, humane, you can't use the word humane and then say you're going to kill people who are gay.
Hey, I think we've actually talked about this guy before on the program, this pastor, preacher, or whatever. This is the same guy who said that atheists drink Coke all day and are addicted to video games. The hits keep on coming with this asshole. All right, there you go. Second story we have for you today. Did you ever think that everything happening with Kim Jong-un is a little suspicious? All of a sudden he's like, we'll dismantle our nuclear program after months of them setting off test nukes and scaring everyone. Now we want to be your friend. We want to be a part of the world. There's like peace talks with South Korea, and he wants to meet with Trump. That little man with the chipmunk cheeks is up to something, right? Now I know it by heart. Turns out Kim Jong-un might be as big of a fast food fan as Trump. Yeah, I've seen pictures of Kim Jong-un. Maybe that's what this is all about. Kim Jong-un wants to become a Wendy's franchisee. How do they make the hamburger square? After all these years, he couldn't crack the code, right? So he's just like, I'll just give up, fine. I'll befriend the United States. I gotta get my hands on that Dave's double stack. All right, according to a new U.S. intelligence assessment, while the North Korean leader is no longer willing to give up his nuclear weapons, when did that change? I guess that's why the meeting with Trump fell apart, is because now he's kind of like walking back that whole giving up his nuclear weapons. He said he may open a Western hamburger franchise in Pyongyang as a show of goodwill. Don't act like you're doing it for us. That puffy gut of yours says you've got more selfish reasons. Yeah, I'm going to open me a Rally's. The consolation prize of sorts is said to have possibly been suggested by Kim as a way to gain favor with the burger-loving president of ours, Donald J. Trump. In 2016, at a campaign rally in Atlanta, Trump said he'd invite Kim to the U.S. for a state dinner, but instead of doing something formal, the two would simply dine on the fast food American staple. See what you're missing, Kim Jong-un? This could all be yours. Chicken nuggets and strips. We have choices here in America. 2 types of chicken? Oh, Kim Jong-un. No. Not 2 types of chicken. We've got spicy chicken, grilled, fried, pattied chicken. Those are all chicken options available from one fast food restaurant. I don't think people in North Korea are ready for fast food. Like, there's just too many options. These people aren't used to being given a choice. And wait till they hear how many dipping sauces they can choose from. Wait, you mean to tell me I can choose between regular ranch, home-style ranch, and blackened ranch? Kim Jong-un, those are just the choices of ranch. We've got honey mustard, regular mustard, barbecue, sweet barbecue. Like, his head would just fucking explode. I think he would actually give up his nuclear program if we started rattling off all of the options, the food choices he has. All right, we should be eating a hamburger on a conference table, and we should make better deals with China and others and forget the state dinners. You know, he loves his fast food. There's a picture of Donald Trump eating McDonald's fries. The president's love of burgers has been well documented in the past, from his reported go-to McDonald's order of 2 Big Macs. Like, I don't even eat that. I mean, I'll get one value meal and that's it. 2 Big Macs. To his request for an American beef burger during a lunch in Tokyo with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Most recently, Trump's attorney, Rudy Giuliani, revealed the president has taken to ordering his burgers with only half a bun in service to his health. He's carb conscious now. The Big Mac has 2 beef patties, right? So in one meal, he has 4 beef patties. He'll only get half a bun, though, but still, the Big Mac has 3 buns. There's like a bun in the middle, right? So that's 4 buns still, because he gets 2. Oh my God, whatever. Final story we have for you today. He's health conscious. This one comes from our most fucked up states. Say it with me.
I'm a fucked up city!
Pembroke, Florida, specifically. A Florida man, oh, there's Florida man. A Florida man battling a roach invasion at his apartment had to go to a hospital after a roach laid an egg in his ear. Blake Collins says he woke up one morning earlier this month to hear the roach crawling in his ear. It was in the last throes of its life, right? It was dying. A roach was burrowing inside of my head, Collins said. I could hear... oh my God. I could hear his legs inside of me. It felt like someone was shoving a Q-tip all the way inside my head. Like, if you have a roach infestation, if you find bugs crawling on you and stuff, sleep with earplugs inside of your head. Yes, another helpful tip from Tim. Along with having risky gay sex, I've imparted all of my wisdom with you today. All right, so he shoved, I don't know, it felt like someone was shoving a Q-tip all the way inside my head, and there was nothing I could do to stop it! Collins went to a Tallahassee hospital where a doctor used a syringe to kill, and lidocaine to kill the roach. I heard it die in my head when he poured the lidocaine in. I could feel him go super, super fast, kicking and trying to dig its way out, and a faint little squeal. And then 2 minutes later, it just stopped and died. But the nasty insect left something behind. An egg! Collins, 25, was discharged from the hospital with home care instructions. Quote, bugs crawling and dying in your ear, that's something that happens to corpses, not human beings. That's exactly right, Mr. Collins. Collins said he got out of his lease early and is moving to a new apartment. So there you go. I guess the lidocaine also killed the roach eggs. I'm hoping those things didn't hatch in his head. Have more roaches crawling out of his ear. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Thursday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Many ways to contact the show. You can always voicemail in 206-666-4463. Email me, show@distortedview.com. I'm all over social media. I'm at Distorted View on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.com/Distorted View Show. Don't forget, we've got a Discord server. There's some new chat rooms popping up. Jock Itch. You want to talk about sports with other freaks. And then I can't remember the name of the lady channel. But if you're a member of the Tim Henson Pussy Posse, you can meet other lady freaks.
Oh, yeah. Jeff, what happened? My pussy. Put it in my pussy. Come inside me.
Give it to me. I need it. Okay, thank you. Let's do another. Oh, these fucking things. I have one of these stupid Logitech. What are these called? These nano things. It's like a mice and keyboard. What is it called? The Unify? I don't remember. It's got like this little USB adapter and this little orange logo. It's the worst fucking shit. It can't reach. It's wireless, but it's always fucking up my mouse. I'm sorry.
Timmy Boat, how you do?
I'm okay.
That Metallica song with the midget humming at the end is called "The Memory Remains."
Yeah, how did you know I was singing that today? I must have been talking about. I think you must have been listening to a best of show.
I
Because
can't
I haven't talked about "The Memory Remains" in a long time.
remember if it's on the Loaded or the Reloaded album, and it's from 1997. So it's not an 80s song. Also, that midget humming is Marian Faithfull.
Yes, you must be behind on programs or listening to a best of show or something.
artist.
It's funny that I'm playing this call today because I was talking about "The Memory Remains" again.
Yeah. So
love that.
See you later.
All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it good?
How exactly is violently peeing out your butt supposed to help your immune system?
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. I will see you back tomorrow if and only if you're Sideshow members. Otherwise, that's it for the week. Holy crap, it's already Friday. I love these 4-day weeks. All right, so yeah, I highly recommend you signing up for the Sideshow if you want more DV. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Monday to do it all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
Comes a time when we hit a certain call, where the world must come together as one. There are people down, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending to get back down. That someone, somewhere will soon make a change. We're all part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a judgment here. It's true. We'll make a better day. Just you and me. I got first place in the duck call.